MLB The Show fans, hello and welcome to an episode of The Show Live. We are live. I'm Carson, joined by Ashley. It's Friday.
It's Friday. We have a little after dark special.
The Show Live After Dark.
Didn't want to cooperate this morning.
Yeah, they might turn on in the middle of the stream, which will be really exciting.
That would be funny.
So happy to have everyone here celebrating the 7th inning. We have so much great content to talk about that's going to come out within the hour.
Within the hour.
So before we get started, let's talk about all the great content that has already come out.
There's been a lot. A lot.
Yes.
We've had the new Threads trade deadline content with 20, 30, 40 plus cards with all of the guys that were traded at the deadline. We also reached 2 huge milestones. So huge shout out, Pete Alonso, Justin Verlander, and we know our show community tends to spot a trend, and there's another milestone looming. Hopefully, we get to it soon.
We're ready for it. The second it happens, we're ready to move on it.
Maybe not the second, but very close.
I give the live content team a lot of credit, but it's obviously something we're monitoring. We also had the biggest roster update of MLB The Show 25 drop last week.
Over 1,000 players were updated.
Pitch types.
That's a lot of zeros.
Speed. We had, what was the other?
Fieldings.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, tons of new updates to the live series players. I know a lot of people are still trying to collect those to get the Beltron.
Right.
It's been out. I still don't have Beltron yet.
Really?
We'll get into that later.
We got to get into it. Let's go, Carson. What are we doing?
But it's all about the content that's coming out today. Get your peanuts, get your Cracker Jacks. 7th inning stretch is ready to go. 7th inning program, Weekend Classic 7, Spotlight Drop 3.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a lot of good content, Ashley.
There's a lot on the docket. We have the next 50 minutes to chill. We have a bunch of fun reveals going. But you know what, Carson? We haven't done something in a while.
Yes.
Which is a little squad update between our teams. So let's hit it on the dev kit. Tell the fans, what kind of squad are you currently rocking?
Yeah, chat, I want to hear your honest opinion on what I've been working with.
Be careful with that.
Hey, I'm ready for it. This is what I have right now. I was playing ranked last night with this team. I'm really happy with it, to be honest. There's a couple cards, and I'm sure people are like, what the heck? Why is Dave Parker out in right field? I did the program, and he was raking with me, and he just stayed out there.
There we go.
Honestly. Same with Manny Machado. Another card that's been punching above its attributes for sure. I've been waiting for a third baseman. Maybe there's a third baseman that's going to come out today that'll get people excited.
That's news.
That is news. I don't know if I was supposed to say that. And then, of course, Griffey in center. I just got him. Very excited as those packs come in that help with that retro collection, Ashley.
Do you want to hear the feedback since you invited it?
Yes.
All right. So it's not a bad team.
Okay.
There's room for improvement that the chat has identified. They also are pointing out how many lefties you have, which I guess makes sense since you're the king of sassy lefties.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for lefties. I need them. But after the news of our social tweet this morning with Randy coming back in the game, I might have to rework this a little bit. I'm curious, chat, out of 10, I want to know what I have.
They already gave you some out of 10s. I don't know if you want to know them.
Were they bad? Okay, I'll look at the feedback after the stream and we'll tinker with it. But Ashley, let's talk to a real players squad.
Whoa. Let's be careful now. If we want to go back full camera, I can switch on over to my team. Same thing as people have been seeing when I stream every once in a while, but here's who we're currently rocking. I was very fortunate. I actually just finished the live series collection a couple weeks ago, so you know Carlos Beltran is patrolling my outfield. I'm kind of obsessed with the Speedway Classic Ronald Acuna Jr. However, my most underrated card for anyone who's looking to try a card that you haven't, right at shortstop, this Spotlight Willie Adames, I took a shot in the dark with him, and he has paid off proper.
I had him too, and if it wasn't for Eli Willits, I think he'd also be my shortstop, but just the homer in me has to have the number 1 pick in there.
That's fair.
I mean? My Nats fans know.
People are also grading my team, but this isn't a competition. We don't have
good?
to compare. I don't want to go over the moon here.
Ashley is obviously the better player at the desk. Of course she has the better squad, but chat, let us know who your favorite players are. Who have you been playing with? Who are some of those cards that you put in the lineup and just haven't been able to take out? I'm really curious. Are there any names that they're popping up right now?
They love the Willie Castro, which honestly, me too.
Super proper.
Confession I need to make. You see All-Star Ketel Marte at second base. Don't check my numbers with him. I'm like 2 for 18.
He's there for aesthetic.
Bad. His
I have a lot
live
of guys
series
like that.
popped off for me. This one, we're obviously on our dev kit here, so you're not seeing my personal parallels. He's close to P5, shout out offline grinding, but don't check his online numbers, Carson. Please don't.
Understood. Yeah. If you guys have any of your lineups, we'd love to see them. Post them online. We'll be keeping an eye on everything, especially with the new drop today. We already had Randy announced, but we have some other great legends and flashbacks that'll be in the game. Ashley, I think with that, it's time to dive into some event news.
Let's get into it, chat. I appreciate you entertaining us with our squads. Like Carson was saying, show us your squad updates. I'm sure you're going to make a couple of changes by the time this stream is over and you head into your own teams. But as Carson was saying, we have a full slate of news for you today. And something I don't think anyone was expecting, but if you're listening, get the volume all the way up as we go to the dev kit here. Carson, what are we seeing?
We're seeing lots of changes with these win rewards in events.
Yes.
This is something we've talked a lot about internally.
Yes.
We play events. We know that it's that mode where you can go in, hop in, and have more of a casual setting while still playing another user. But we thought that, it's time to bump up some of these rewards, Ashley.
Absolutely. We are gauging the feedback as often as we can, trying to make changes as quickly as we can. And we know we can get just as frustrated when you enter an event game, you hit a homer, your opponent quits. Or you're not getting maybe as rewarded as maybe you want to with these streaks. So we know events is still the place. If you're a casual wanting to dip your toes into online mode, we want events to be a safe space for you. But we wanted to raise that floor a little bit to hopefully keep people in, kind of reduce those quits. So as you can see here, Carson, we went from a bronze to a silver live series. Not a whole lot to write home about, but a little bit of an upgrade.
Sure.
But once we get to 5 wins, you're now guaranteed a diamond with a deluxe random pack. At 8 wins, you're going to see a live series diamond. And then if you can max out your run at a 10-win run, again, this is 10-0 or 10-1, you will get the most recent New Threads promo pack Premier, which means you're getting 3 guaranteed diamonds.
Yeah, and the thing that jumps out to me, I mentioned I don't have Beltron yet. I play a lot of ranked. That's kind of where I go live when I play our game. Having the 8-win 85+ series diamond makes hopping into events a little more intriguing to me.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to get in there, play some shorter games, and try to rack up some wins and get this Beltron thing finished.
There we go.
I see a lot of people have got there, and I'm like...
Yeah, they're kind of dunking on you.
I
don't want to
know.
say anything, ruin the vibe.
I know. Well, I was trying to get him, and then I saw the Griffey came out. It's a whole long story. But
For sure. But changes are made, and then reminder, you are still making progress through the multiplayer program. For even more rewards, we'll have a new multiplayer program for you on Tuesday, with even more players, packs, stubs, XP, all of that. But we're on today, Carson. So let's go back. Main camera here. Our friends saw it on socials yesterday. But another week, another August spotlight drop. And you know what? Should we just start at the very end?
I think we should. I think the cat's already out of the bag.
There you go.
Edward Cabrera is going to be your final player in this program, Ashley. And... He's nice.
Oh, yeah. I still remember his Future Stars card in MLB The Show 21. He caused everybody's nightmares. Like, we had Kluber in 20. Then we had this Cabrera in 21. So to see him come back, I'm a little nervous, if I'm going to be honest here.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, you got to keep in mind this is a card you're going to get in a relatively light grind, building towards that lightning player for August.
Ooh.
But things that jump out to me off, like, from the get-go is circle change primary. I love off speed. Think about that Scooble Lightning card.
Ooh, that's a great point.
You also have pitching clutch, pretty high for a starting pitcher. And then the hits and Ks per 9, it'll play. It's a fun card.
Yeah, for Spotlight, there we go. And chat, I know you know. We know what you're looking for here. You're looking for this guy, Edward Cabrera, Outlier 2 on his sinker. Talking starting pitching. There we go.
He's going to be a demon, honestly. Not day 1, but he's a demon.
Day, how many is it now? 100, 200, 500?
We'll have to crunch those numbers after the stream.
There we go. Do the math for us, chat, if you can. But Edward Cabrera is your final Drop 3 August Spotlight reward. Play some moments, play some missions. Let's check out the program right here. You're going to be able to relive some of the iconic moments from this past week of baseball. We'll get into the rest of the reward path in a second. But Carson, more missions as well.
Yeah, more missions, more moments, like you said, tons of options you can do to work your way through this program. I mean, these are some of the ones that I do first thing on a Friday when they come out, and I can get through them in an hour, which means
love it.
other players can get through them in 30 minutes.
Oh, we're making comparisons here. That's what I love about Spotlight is the further we've kind of gotten into the year, they've become slightly quicker, slightly faster. You know, it's been a thing year in and year out, week in and week out that we can rely on. It's fantastic. But I want to get Edward Cabrera, and then I just want to jump into Weekend Classic and get like 0-6.
The
No
optimist.
confidence.
The optimist. But that's not all. I'm sure everyone wants to know who's in the Drop 3 pack, Ashley. We can highlight Zach Neto
Shout out Leno.
and Francisco Alvarez.
Absolutely. And then we saw our Tops Now call-ups as well, but I know our fans saw these cards yesterday. If you're looking for some attributes, walk me through Zach Neto, Carson.
Yeah, Zach Neto, a proper shortstop over for the Angels. Shout out J-Ro.
J-Rose.
Behind
All
the desk
O's.
today, holding things down. He's a nice player, honestly. He can do a little bit of everything, celebrating what's been a pretty solid August for him. So, yeah.
I can say I was at the White Sox Angels game a couple of weekends ago on Sunday, 5-0 lead. This man was like, nah, we're going to have an Angels comeback, and he led the charge there. But this card specifically highlighting his 7 RBI game. But he's not alone when we're talking 7 RBIs. We'll get to that player in a second. But Francisco Alvarez, also a pack player, Carson.
Yeah, he's absolutely been ripping the cover off the baseball. So it makes a ton of sense that he is in this pack. I mean, another nice catcher option for people. I'm sure our Mets fans are very excited.
Right. I said 7 RBI, Zach Neto, 8 homers. I was jumping ahead a little too far. It happens. 8 homers, very good. That's 8 RBI if we're doing the math here, at least.
Chat's keeping us honest. Thank you.
But there is the pack included within the program. But if we're talking 7 runs batted in, shout out another Marlins player, Jacob here.
Yeah, shout out Stephen Haas, our resident Marlins fan. Another nice card celebrating a call-up for another young player for the Marlins.
Right, but I know everybody's been talking about this guy. I see it all the time in my Twitter feed from the community. Ben Rice, when is his high 90 card coming? Shout out his 7 RBI game. It's looking pretty nice.
Yeah, it's really solid for a card that you're going to get at the very beginning of the program.
Right.
I think, it Tops Now. Shout out to Tops for putting a cool card together for him. It's cool to have him in the game.
Exactly. So there is your Spotlight program, starting from the end, moving to the front. Like Carson was saying earlier, play moments, play missions. You can do a little bit of mixing and matching, get some Tops Now cards, get your Edward Cabrera, and then bam, you are one step closer to Lightning. And real quick, before we jump to the next topic, your August Lightning will drop 2 weeks from today. That's Friday, September 5th. So we'll have a drop 4 and a drop 5, that drop 5 being Lightning.
Yes, and I already have heard rumors about who the retro Lightning player is going to be. And
Maybe.
it's pretty sick.
What can I say? But you know what, Carson? We've talked about squads, we've talked about event news, we've talked about Spotlight, but this is the 7th inning XP Path stream, meaning we've done 7 of these now. People kind of know what to expect as we go along with here. So I want to change it up a little bit.
We have to.
We have to.
People were getting too complacent.
Oh.
They knew with the structure of the whole stream.
Right, they knew what it was. So, as a reward for all of you tuning in early, wanting to find out who our 3 bosses, that's what we're here for, to find out. Carson, let's show them boss number 1.
Let's do it. Steve Carlton is your first 7th inning boss, Ashley, a new legend in MLB The Show 25.
New
and
legend.
A milestone series.
Oh yeah, should we pop him up on the dev kit? I see all y'all predicting Frank Thomas. Y'all are outing yourselves. He wasn't number 8. He was number 35. Let's put some respect on the Big Hurt. But to Carson's point, Steve Carlton is your first 7th inning XP Path boss. Triple Crown milestone. And you know what? Seabref shared a fun fact
He did.
with us today.
He we were talking about the Triple Crown season. You see 27 wins in that card art. The Phillies had 59 wins the whole season.
So he accounted for roughly half of the wins.
Yes.
That's insane.
He was an absolute dog back during this Triple Crown season, and you see it in the card. I mean, slider primary. He backs it up with the fastball, and then the attributes are really, really good, Ashley.
Right. We have the clutch, the home run per 9, the stamina, or excuse me, the K per 9, the hit per 9 is what I wanted to mention here. So Steve Carlton's your boss number 1. You know, I'm starting to sense a little trend here. Our fans saw Randy Johnson this morning. Now we see Steve Carlton. Are we sure you didn't have anything to do with this, Carson?
You know, people are going to wonder, and I know you have to ask the question.
I have to.
I always want more lefties in the game because they're fun to pitch with, but I'm going to have to rework my lineup now that everyone knows what it is.
Right, absolutely. So that is your first XP Path boss. Keep sticking around with us. You'll find out who the other two are a little bit later, but shout out Phillies legend Steve Carlton. But we're going to go backtrack a little bit because another XP Path stream means another weekend classic is on the horizon. So let's start. Back to the leaderboards here, Carson. And what are we seeing as I go up and up and up?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that jumps out to me is just how juicy these rewards continue to get. We're seeing, it easier and easier to get some really good stuff to help build out your squad. And then as you keep working your way up, you do see a special insert player start sneaking his way in, Ashley.
Exactly. This is something we started a couple of weekend classics ago. If you remember that mid-ranked all-star weekend classic at the Immortal division, you were able to get Ketel Marte, the special insert player of the time, if you ranked number 1. That was something that was very beloved by you. And as we keep going, weekend classic in, weekend classic out, we wanted to share that love, make it a little bit easier on the top change. It's still very difficult, but start introducing it a little bit lower within those divisions. So here in Gold 2, you see Leo if you rank number 1 in the leaderboard. If you qualify for Diamond, you need to place between 2 and 5 to unlock him. Easy, right?
Yeah.
For me going 0-6, you never know. Major comeback. But then if you are qualified for Immortal, he's at 5 wins in your run.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing that insert player, throughout a lot of these top tiers, which is great. Just a reminder for people, like Weekend Classic, it is just our high leverage game mode. It's going to run through Tuesday, where Ranked has now switched to Weekend Classic. So get in there, play some games that matter, and earn a ton of rewards along the way.
Right, and we have Control Room J-Ro in the building, and I need an update. Where are you ranking? I know you were close to 1,000 the last time we talked.
Yeah, I ended up not being able to play much the last couple of days, so I'm like 970 something.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
That's still respectable. More than I can do.
Man, you were close.
I was close. I thought about staying up late last night, but couldn't do it.
There we go. So Diamond J-Ro, are we going to get the Leo? Are you going to place 2 through 5 in your leaderboard?
We'll try for sure. We got a chill weekend this weekend, so I'll definitely be playing some games.
Okay.
There you go.
Good
I
luck.
respect it.
Hope you don't face J-Ro online.
Hoping I don't.
So yeah, Weekend Classic. Of course, you already saw Randy is one of the special cards you'll earn from the Weekend Classic pack for Weekend Classic 7.
Should we show his attributes?
Yeah, we should show his attributes.
Yeah, want to? So let's go main camera here, just to drag it out a little bit longer for who the other player might be. But if we want to go to our squad screen. Oh, I'm already on my squad. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Thank you for the patience.
Appreciate it. But he saw him this morning. Randy Johnson is one of 2 of your Weekend Classic exclusive rewards. Walk me through this card, Carson.
Yeah, good luck to any hitter that faces him. Celebrating the Cy Young season he had with the Mariners. I mean, he was absolutely on fire. He led the AL with a 2.48 ERA. He led the MLB with 294 strikeouts. And you see it all kind of, attributed into these attributes.
And what do our fans really like about pitchers, especially Randy Carson?
I think you have to know it's there, right?
It's there. He's got outlier on his 4-seamer.
He also has break outlier, which is going to help keep the zip on some of these off-speed pitches going longer throughout the game. Yeah, he's going to be a card that a lot of people are going to want.
Right, but back full camera here. Randy Johnson, your first Weekend Classic reward. But we know there's always 2 special players, Carson.
And we haven't said a word about this other one yet.
We have not, so Shall we surprise them?
I think we're ready. Chat, are you ready?
I think
All
they
right,
are.
I'll do it.
Who do we have?
Jackie Robinson, MVP season from 1949, Ashley.
1949, and what our fans are going to love the most about this card is this is the highest power right of any Jackie Robinson in any MLB The Show, and not just that, he's your 5-tool guy, Carson.
He's your 5-tool guy. He can do it all. Like Ashley mentioned, highest power versus right. You see that with 16 home runs he hit this season. Tied for the second most he hit in any season. He also had 12 triples. He led the league in stolen bases that year.
He had 124 RBI, 122 runs. There was literally nothing that Jackie didn't accomplish this season.
He did it all. And I mean, just shout out to the card art. Looking at it, I thought that new Babe Ruth milestone card was the
that's
best
nice. Yes.
we've done this year. I like this a little better. It's
Honestly.
very clean. It's proper.
Oh, very proper. Huge shout out to the live art team cooking up design after design, constantly one-upping themselves. Sometimes I'm like, you can't just keep one-upping yourselves, and then they continue to do so. And I'm like, why did I ever doubt?
Yeah,
Not even a thing anymore.
They found a way. Jackie Robinson is your other weekend classic pack award, and I think a lot of people are going to want him. Is he going to dethrone Kettle Marte?
Yes. Yes. I don't even know why I hesitated. Yes. Jackie Robinson will be my newest second baseman, but that is Weekend Classic. It will start at noon today. It will run through Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Get your exclusive players as you progress throughout your win streak. Remember, your first 6 games are of the utmost critical, the most competitive. And you know what? There's been a special theme this year.
Yes.
3. It's the magic number.
What? Oh, I was ready to go.
I'm having a little deja vu. I feel like we did this a couple streams ago. But we talked Randy. We talked Jackie. If we want to finish the trifecta of revealing 3 players right here, shall we hit them with boss number 2?
Boss number 2 for the 7th inning. Let's hit it. David Ortiz is your 7th inning boss, Ashley, and he is a good one. Hall of Fame series. I think people are going to be excited.
All I see in chat is Poppy all throughout, and a bunch of win. David Ortiz, a max barrel power right, incredibly respectable power left, and he's not even has the contact numbers. He's going to get on base even when he's not hitting homers, Carson.
Yeah, I mean, this has Hall of Fame written all over it. What a sick career Poppy has had, and it's all celebrated in this card. He's one of the 7th inning bosses, along with Steve Carlton.
Right.
The choice is getting very difficult, and we still have a third boss to show later.
And I'm still not convinced that you didn't have a say in the live team. Like, did you come over to the live team and I didn't know all these lefties kind of taking
I was
over?
just like, listen, it's the 7th inning. It's time for just lefty overload. I hope the chat's enjoying it.
You know, if you flip the 7 over and around and make it a little less diagonal, you get an L.
That's
which
true.
is a lefty.
There you go.
Don't take that out of context, chat. The L.
We know where you can. No L's here. All W's. David Ortiz is your 7th inning. He'll be one of the ones you have to make a choice with, Ashley. I'm excited to show the third, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut for now because we have Cornerstones to talk about.
We have Cornerstones coming along with 7th inning XP Pass. We always have our 3 new Cornerstones. So let's start it off to the dev kit, Carson, with Willie Stargell of the Pirates. He is, like, you can't get more definitive of a cornerstone than Willie Stargell. Spent all 21 years of his career on the Pirates, 7-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champ, even was a World Series MVP in the latter of the 2 World Series he played in. just the guy you want as a Pirates fan.
Yeah, shout out to the Buccos. I have Dave Parker in my lineup.
Oh.
And then you got Willie Stargell in left. I mean, they have some nice legends here in MLB The Show 25.
Shall I say the stars are aligning?
Oh,
right?
I'll allow it. But yeah, like you mentioned, Ashley, Willie Stargell is like what Cornerstone should be,
Yes.
right? 21 seasons, all with one team. He's won the MVP, World Series MVP. It's cool to see him make it into this series.
Right, and as our fans are starting to notice, and as we promised the last XP path, you're now seeing all Cornerstones rocking that 99 overall as we're kind of upping the ante, making Grind 99 more frequent into more programs as we continue to roll along, because it's Grind 99 time, Carson.
It's Grind 99. Yeah, it is all in. I mean, you're going to be able to get the base version in the XP reward
Yes.
path and then just knock out a couple moments, a couple missions, and you're going to have that 99 version.
There we go. But we know Willie Stargell is just one of 3 cornerstones you'll have the chance to unlock right away in just about 25 to 30 minutes. But cornerstone number 2, Carson, to the dev kit, Brandon Webb.
Brandon Webb is here. Yeah, I think this is a really unique card.
Yes.
Very cool. I mean, he had such a great run with the Diamondbacks. He had the Cy Young. He was 3rd place in Rookie of the Year finishing.
Pretty impressive.
And he was an all-star. So you see him in here celebrated. Another cool card.
Another cool card. So that is cornerstone number 2. But we have 3 to reveal between Stargell, between Webb. Not that we're comparing, but to save the best for last, in my opinion, hop him on the screen. The Chicken Man, Wade Boggs. If you know, you know. He has gold versions in co-op the last couple of years.
Yes.
On base machine. I literally cannot wait to get Wade Boggs.
Yeah, it continues with the 99, right? Like you're seeing it maxed out versus contact, versus left and right. You're seeing maxed out clutch, a great glove. This is a cornerstone.
This is a cornerstone. I mean, he had 10 consecutive seasons of a 300-plus batting average. 5 of those 10 seasons, he was batting over 340.
He might be your favorite cornerstone's favorite cornerstone.
That's amazing.
Wade Boggs, go get him at noon today, chat.
Can I have that on a t-shirt?
Yeah, we're going to print the shirts. Don't worry.
Funny. Oh, my goodness. But Wade Boggs, I have to bring out my inner Seabreath. Shout out Seabreath. We have dead red quirk, breaking ball hitter, bad ball hitter, situational hitter. Basically, if there is an instance that you need to hit the ball regardless on where it's located, I mean, he didn't hit 340 for no reason. He was touching everything.
Yeah, he's Mr. Bat to Ball. Like, I think this is a card everyone should try. And if you don't like it, you can say you don't like it, but at least
That's
try
fair.
it first.
Exactly.
I'm putting my stamp on it. I'm going to try it after this.
There we go. But those are your 3 cornerstones. Play the programs soon as they drop into the accounts today at noon. As for how you progress in these programs, same old, play moments, play some missions. You can complete it doing all missions. You can mix and match between moments and missions, whatever you fancy, Carson.
Yeah, that's what I love about these grinds. You get them early in the XP reward path, and then you just got to play with them and upgrade them, and then they're just some 99s you can throw in. They help with the Legends and Flashbacks collections, too.
Great point.
Yeah, easy win there early on in the XP reward path.
There we go. But we've revealed 2 XP path bosses already, so let's cut to the chase. Bring up the XP path right here. We still have a 3rd boss to reveal, so we're going to hang tight and find out who that is soon. But Carson, as per usual, we're seeing those cornerstone packs within this path. Once again, just to double down, you'll have their base versions right here, but if you were to have missed a cornerstone of the past, there'll be a second choice round where you can select one of these.
Yeah, I know that's been really nice for some people that have hopped in late. You can just catch up and knock out all these cornerstones super quick. But yeah, business as usual for the most part with these cornerstones.
Exactly. And throughout the XP path, you'll keep seeing stubs and packs, all the goodies. But if we actually want to jump to full screen camera here, Carson, every time we do an XP path, we always have an XP path exclusive player who's kind of against the grain for today's stream. He's not a lefty.
He is. I don't know who let this slip in. I'm pissed.
Let's show the chat who we have here. Rich, a.k.a. Goose Gossage. Carson. Shout out Brian. Max Bryan pitcher clutch, Max Bryan hits per 9, basically Max Bryan Ks per 9. I'm not touching him.
He's a fun pitcher to play with, too.
Yep.
Like, I use Pinpoint, and the slurve animations and the sinkers, they kind of just feel a little different when you're with Goose Gossage. He throws hard, the stuff moves, and yeah, this is going to be one of the players you're going to get straight from the reward path.
And you're never going to be able to guess this, but guess what he has?
I would be shocked if he didn't. Both outliers.
Both outliers. Outlier 1 and break outlier. So as you were saying earlier, Carson, the deeper Goose goes into games, he's going to withhold most of that snap and zip across the plate. Outlier 1 on the fastball. But I want to take a minute to talk about Goose's reliever of the year stats, if you will. Do you know he led the American League with 55 saves? He then also led the league in games finished, 55 games finished. If you're
Holy
doing the
cow.
math here, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. And he had 4 consecutive All-Stars leading into this season.
So he was just on one. He just was unhittable.
Unhittable. Prime of his career right here with the Yankees. Shout out Goose. Shout out our Yankees fans, Rory, Luis, Brian. They're overtaking the studio, Carson.
Yeah, they are. I don't know how this righty got in, Chad. I'm so sorry.
But that is Goose Gossage on the XP path here. To bring up real quick, the XP path is actually going to be 3 weeks versus 4 weeks, so a slightly shorter XP path. So what you might notice right away, and in case you haven't, listen up closely here. Goose Gossage is at 115,000 XP, which is sooner. These cards used to be at 135,000 XP.
And yeah, he's not the only one that's going to be getting moved up here. I think some people can see.
Kind of peeking out a little bit.
Yeah, it's peeking out a little bit, but that boss pack is the earliest I've seen it all year, Ashley.
Yes. You will be able to earn boss number 1. Reminder, Steve Carlton's in there. David Ortiz is in there. A player to be named a little bit later. Ooh, is in there. But this boss pack is at 155,000 XP, significantly moved up from 205,000 XP where it originally was.
Yeah, and like you said, we're trying to make these cards easier to get. You want to go in, play, and just earn awesome rewards. We also know that the reward path's a little shorter, so it'll be pretty easy to get your first boss.
Right, but then as we mosey down through the XP path, more deluxe choice packs, ball-in stubs, you name it, we now have our, I just need to gently set down the controller. I'm so paranoid I'm going to spoil my last boss. But the second boss pack is now at 265,000 XP. Once again, significantly moved up from 330,000 XP. That's again one of 2 factors. We recognize that this XP path is 3 weeks versus the typical 4 weeks that we've been moving out. But then also, we just want you to get these cards even quicker than ever before. Get them in your lineups.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a huge jump from 330 to 265. And then as you keep working through, there's still a ton of choice packs I'm seeing. There's a signature series pack to cap it off. You also have the loot wheel. There's no better time to hop in and just play the game.
Right, and that brings me to my last point of changes for the XP path. It's ending at 340,000 XP. That has moved up 60k. These used to end at 400,000 XP. So you're still going to get into that wheel even quicker than before. Get those wheel spins. Because let's be real, we all love to spin that wheel.
We haven't done that in a while, chat. So you're welcome.
Should we?
Should we?
Got the time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not? Let's go full screen. Keep you anticipating the third and final boss. I mean, to be fair, I see it all the time in my timeline. Everyone's like, yo, Ashley, when are we spinning the wheel again on stream? And I was like, yo, I was respecting.
The answer's today.
Exactly. You never know what you're going to get. The answer is today. Got to load it up. You know, it's been a while. I'm a little rusty at all of this. But Carson, if you want to go to the dev kit, and one more time,
spin that wheel. I feel like we've never gotten a good reward on the stream.
I feel like you're right.
Maybe it's today.
But see, it's like a catch-22 because if we do get one, they think it's dev luck.
Right.
Oh, we got it.
J-Rose telling us to hit stop. Sorry, chat. Maybe today's the day.
Maybe.
Oh. Boo. Sorry, guys.
Sorry we let you down. You know, we got the bad luck out of the way, so hopefully your wheel spins are much better than ours.
Yes, you're welcome. So, but that's not all, Ashley. There's a ton of ways to get this XP. There's gameplay.
Yep. Yes.
There's the collection.
Yep.
The inning boss collection.
Yes.
There's exchanges.
Yep.
And then you see first drop missions. This is something we had in previous reward paths, but it's all back.
Right. Just to repeat everything Carson said, exchanges return, so you can get up to 50,000 XP as you make your way through these exchanges. I know something I've done, a little secret tip here if you haven't figured it out. I'm able to just use all of my commons to get all of these exchanges done. It's a great use of transferring something I don't really use a whole lot into something that's actually going to go toward a lineup starter like a Goose Gossage.
Yeah, that's really good advice for anyone that hasn't done that yet. You'll be shocked at how many dupes and commons you have that you can just progress this program really, really quickly.
Right, and then something you started, the last inning path, a couple missions here, short, medium, a little bit longer to keep you in there. That's going to give you additional XP. And then lastly, to Carson's point, if you collected all 3 bosses from the previous XP path, you're seeing them right here, you'll get a 50,000 jump start. I'm not going to move down here because then you're going to see the final boss, and we're kind of beating around the bush right now. But in other words, play throughout Diamond Dynasty, complete all different programs. We're going to find XP in there, and really just around MLB The Show is going to get you that XP.
Yeah, super easy. I know you guys are familiar with the reward paths, but this is one that's going to be a little shorter. So get in there, play the game, and get some great rewards.
And Carson, chat's been very patient with us, so shout out all of you. Y'all are amazing, but we know you want to find out boss number 3, so let's hit him with it.
Let's do it. Chase Headley is your third 7th inning boss, Ashley. Let's show the chat what they can expect. Retro finest.
I love it.
Third baseman.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I might switch out a Padre for a Padre today.
Oh.
This weekend. Probably this weekend.
It's going to take you a little bit of time, even though it's moved up a little bit.
Ashley, talk to me about this 2012 season with Chase Headley for the Padres.
I mean, what didn't he do? He won a Gold Glove. He won the Silver Slugger. He led the National League with 115 RBI and finished top 5 in MVP voting.
Unbelievable season for the Pads. It's just all encompassed in this card. You get your switch hitter. You get the contact versus right. You get that power versus left. This is going to be a really fun card to play with.
Not to mention, you're seeing fielding 90+, reaction 95+. As you work to parallel Chase Headley, you're going to get both arm and accuracy. 90 for arm at parallel 4, but if you parallel 5, it's going to be 90+ across the board. 80 speed, Carson.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a whole lot stopping Chase Headley.
It's nasty.
Yes.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's so cool to see him back in the game. What a nice player. I think a really good inning boss. It's going to be tough to make this decision.
Right, and I have to give a huge shout out to all our amazing, what should we call them, like detectives, if you will. We put out a little silhouette of all 3 of the bosses just the other day. And the amount of you who predicted at least one, let alone multiple of these bosses correctly, y'all are pretty legendary. We knew that.
I was following it on socials, and I was like, someone said, that looks like Poppy's swing.
Oh.
And they were like, yeah, but is it really him? And they nailed it. I mean,
It was him.
It was him, yeah. Great job by our community. Ashley, who are you taking here?
This is a hard one, honestly. I will say I've really enjoyed my time having Gil Hodges, shout out one of our collect rewards, at first base. But Big Poppy, I'm always a big fan of his swing. How can you not be? So I'll be taking David Ortiz first. But what about you?
I mean, I like all 3 of these options. I think I will be replacing Manny, although he's been really good for me.
But Manny goes handy.
I know he does, but that defense will be nice because that All-Star card leaves a little to be desired with the defense.
Sure.
So I'm going to try Chase. J-Ro, let's get you on the hot mic. Who are you taking here?
Yeah, I was originally going to go with Chase, but with how many lefties we've announced today, Steve Carlton isn't looking bad, hammering that plus sinker.
Yeah, Triple Crown. Steve Carlton is another great choice. I couldn't agree more, Ashley. Those are your inning bosses.
Those are your inning bosses. Once again, you'll be able to start earning them within the next 15, 20 minutes or so. Play throughout MLB The Show. Get your XP. We have collections and missions to get you even more XP. But anything else for the fans here, Carson?
I don't think so. I think, this is a really good batch of content this Friday.
Oh, yeah. I should say, shout out all of our Conquest fans. There's a new Conquest map. You also saw it earlier when we were talking about the event changes, brand new event. Once again, play the event, go toward the win streak rewards while also making multiplayer program progress as well. Weekend Classic starting today at Friday through Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the morning. But we still have one more big announcement for all of you that we kind of have been doing the last every XP path, if you will, and that is double XP, double PXP, all long weekend long until the end of Weekend Classic on Tuesday, Carson.
You got to get in. You'll be cruising through the reward path. You'll be cruising getting PXP on these new players, Ashley, and it's going to run through the 26th.
Exactly. But if we want to go back to the dev kit here, Carson, bring up the calendar. We've ran through everything on the left. All that's out at stake here with the next 15, 20 minutes or so. Give us a second to get that rolling. But Carson, there's a lot coming soon.
Yeah, not only do we have some great content that's coming out today, I think I see a couple things that are intriguing. Of course, the new multiplayer program is going to be super exciting. The new World Series bosses will be too. But I'm seeing a shark map that historically has been very good to our community.
Shark bait, ooh ha ha. Shark Map is back next Friday. Stay tuned. You're going to see a plethora of everything you want to see. And not to spoil anything, but there is somebody that I know that runs across socials that has just been wanting something, maybe a player in specific, that they're going to find in the Shark Map.
Wow. Somebody somewhere is going to find a player in the Shark
very
Map.
Very specific. They'll know who they are once they see it.
And I'm not ignoring the other stuff you see on the tile. Of course, there's a new Diamond Quest, and I'm seeing 30 new Team Affinity programs, Ashley. It's a pretty cool neon sign there.
I see you there. Neon lights shining bright. 30 new programs, just like the Color Storm drop a little bit earlier in the year. Keep checking out our socials. Make sure you're following along as you see and get revealed all that's coming up.
Yeah, so much content today. So much content next Friday.
Tomorrow. The next day. Well, maybe not tomorrow. It's the weekend.
Yeah, we'll be playing the content.
Exactly.
But yeah, next week's going to be another banger in MLB The Show 25. Very excited for the new Team Affinity. There are some awesome names there. It doesn't stop there. We have more content coming all throughout the fall, Ashley. Any other parting words for our friends here before we push the button?
Right. I'm glad you said that. We're not slowing down. We keep ramping up as we get closer and closer through the rest of August. Wait until you see September. There's a lot of good surprises you may or may not be able to predict, but they'll be on your horizon. And then postseason soon after that, we just keep rolling along. You're going to catch us in the not live format for the next couple of weeks, but don't worry, we will be back live before you know it. We're going to be here. As always, Carson, Scouting Report socials, what should our fans know there?
Yeah, make sure you're signed up for the Scouting Report. Ton of great updates are coming your way. We're telling you all the news you need to know. We're giving you packs every month.
Oh, I like packs.
So make sure you sign up on theshow.com. Check out socials for all our other stuff. They have been working their butt off, pumping content out. So shout out to the whole social team. Make sure you follow everything there. And
in addition to shout outs, if I may, huge shout out to the live team, day in, day out, doing this. The fact that we can do streams like we have this year, the content is incredible. It's so much fun. Huge shout out live content. In addition, the biggest of shout outs to live art. We'll never be able to say thank you, shout them out enough. It is such a pleasure to be able to work with them every single day, see what they cook up, have the chance to show it off to everyone here, and start getting like new favorite card arts within everything. But lastly, if I may, huge shout out to our very own control room J-Ro, stepping up,
holding down the fort while Colin was gone. We made it through.
We made it through. Huge shout out to yourself, Carson.
Shout out to you too.
Appreciate
Shout out to
it.
chat. Shout out to everyone.
chat.
It's Friday. It's Friday, and there's some great content in MLB The Show. For now, we will see you later, but we can't wait to see you again, chat. And yeah, enjoy your Friday. Happy 7th inning.
We all know Ellie, Gunnar, and Paul's road to the show, but what about yours? The amateur years are just the stepping stone, and your journey to the big leagues. Take control of choices that matter.
Now the third baseman, Derek Martin.
Level up your game.
That one way back, and it's gone.
And become a legend, because your road to the show starts now.
And the Reds are World Series champions.
Press the button.